This place is sick. Alright, sometimes when you go to abandoned places, all you have is a location on a map, and that was the case for this place. It's an abandoned factory in Mexico City. It was a flour factory that exploded 50 years ago. When you have ground up wheat flour in the air and it's all powder, it's very, very, very flammable. So I guess they weren't taking care of the place very well when it was open. Someone maybe lit a cigarette and kaboom! Abandoned. Now it looks like it's a graffiti haven. There's graffiti everywhere, spray cans everywhere. The building's about 4 stories tall, and there is nothing online about it at all. Some of these places, when they're this old and they've been abandoned for this long, it's before the age of the internet. And so if it was before people started making blog posts and taking photographs of places like this, there's nothing, no information. We're entering the bottom floor of the tower. Several doors going in, and the place looks wrecked. Wrecked. Oh yeah, look. So the silos, you can see the silos outside, and they would have dumped the wheat down in here, it would have been pulverized into flour, and it still has the piles of old wheat. Look at that. So we're in the basement where we saw the wheat. This is the first floor. We're a little bit higher than ground level, and you can see the wood. Look up. Busted ass floors, 4 of them, and you can see out to the roof. Super dangerous to walk around. This place is thrashed. I've got something probably kind of freaky for you guys, for real. So come here. You come in the room, look at the flies in here. The first thing you smell is rotting meat. There's something buried there. Oh, I can't do it. Oh. I'm guessing it'd be a dog or something, but it's a large animal that was buried in that hole. You can tell by the amount of flies. And the second you walk in, you just smell. There's nothing else in the world that smells like that. Very unique smell. If you smelled it before, you know when you smell it again. There's something buried in that soil. Oh. So many spray cans everywhere. Oh yeah, look, a bunch of burned ones. I would guess, judging by the quality and quantity and location of all this graffiti, because you're not going to be jumping to paint something up there, they would have some kind of graffiti festival, or the guard would be cool with graffiti artists coming in sometimes, because there's literally graffiti everywhere here. Really nice stuff that would take hours and hours and hours. Like this is the kind of tag you do when you're downtown and there's cops everywhere and you want to put your name on a bank. You tag something simple and you run away. Doing these giant pieces like this, these big beautiful pieces, takes hours and hours and hours, and almost impossible to do if there's a high risk of getting caught. We are in the main walkway, so probably high risk of getting caught. So I'm assuming the guard would work with graffiti artists to let them in to do some painting, because there's some beautiful pieces here. Beautiful pieces. Majin Buu, right? From Dragon Ball Z?
Wait.
There's a dog out there. I saw. Hay un perro. Grande. Here's the difference between seeing a dog and a guard. You can talk to a guard. You can say, hey man, or in my case, estoy canadiense, no entiendo mucho español, and then you say que, and maybe find other ways to get in. You can talk to guards. You can't talk to dogs. Dogs don't have the same patience or tolerance to people coming in places like this as guards do. Dogs are one of the most scary things, next to falling through a floor in these places. This looks a lot like maybe like a lunchroom or a reception desk. So I'm guessing these were the offices for the workers.
Para la calle.
Internet software. Disco dos. It's like one MP3 could fit on one of these discs. You say 2003. So we were told that it was closed 50 years ago. 1998 it says here on this paper. So these are the old bank statements though. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is maybe the second floor, but it is absolutely thrashed. All this old wood did not make it through 50 years. And this is one of the most dangerous things, right? Is falling through the top floor of the roof, falling through this because of your momentum, falling through that floor, going all the way down to the bottom. It's all old sharp wood, rusty nails, and old equipment. You'd be game over, man. You'd be toasted. Wasted. Dude, you gotta check this out. These are the ladders to go down into the grain silos. Look at this.
Yo, it's insane.
So all these are just like the one we just saw. Ports down into the grain silos. They're all over the floor. You really have to watch out. Because you don't want to fall in one of those. It'd be terrible. You'd fall down 4 stories to the bottom of a concrete hole. So after being filtered, the wheat would go down into the silos to be stored there. Look at the view, man. This place is insane. Always so stoked when we can get on the roof. Especially in the city, man. This city has amazing views. And I've seen a lot of views from the top of abandoned buildings. Yeah, we just finished a couple hours exploring the abandoned flour factory here. We're kind of on the outskirts of Mexico City, and it was super cool, man. We didn't really know what to expect when we got here, but what do you think?
I think that it's cool that they let us in, and it's a great spot right here.
Yeah, it's floors and floors and floors of graffiti, and you can actually still see the wheat from after the explosion, after it all fell out of the silos. It's like a pretty wicked spot to explore. This is La Catapixia. We've been exploring a lot together in Mexico City. Make sure to check out his videos. We've done quite a bit together. Experience over possessions, kick the grind, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace. Las tiraste.